Your house could burn down. Do I have your attention? Good. This is only the third week of May. They're still forecasting snow for parts of Colorado, and the bulk of the brush fire season is still ahead of us. But, and these numbers are according to the U.S. Department of the Interior, so far in just the first 4.5 months of this year, 26,568 fires have burned almost 2 million acres nationwide. These numbers get updated on Friday, so the 2 fires closest to me currently burning aren't even included in these numbers. One of them started 3 days ago. It has burned more than 2,100 acres and has forced the evacuations of more than 17,000 people. So I strongly urge you to take the steps to harden your house against fires. This stuff isn't from me, by the way. It's from the California Department of Forestry and Fire Protection, CAL FIRE. But check your specific area. It may have stricter standards. Go with the stricter standards. Your home can be threatened by direct flames. These could be from a wildfire burning right up to your house or from a neighboring house. Could be radiant heat radiating out from a burning object, a tree, a bush, a house, whatever. The heat could be so intense that it could set your house on fire also. Burning embers. Embers can be particularly destructive. They can ignite homes up to a mile away. Here's the thing about fire. It doesn't care who you are. It doesn't care who you think you are. It will burn anything and everything it can that gets in its way. So the best thing to do is to put as little in its way in the first place. How do you do that? Let's look down on your house from above. Look at it like it's a target. Your house is dead center. Each of the circles moving out from the center are different zones. Let's start with zone 0, the first 5 feet around the outside of your home. The concern here are for flying embers. Remember, they can ignite a fire even from a mile away. Yes, wood bark chips look nice, but they are flammable. You don't want them right up against the outside of your home. Instead, use gravel, pavers, or concrete. Does the house have a patio or a deck? What's on it? Wood furniture? Limit the number of those. Do you have stacks of firewood? Move it away from the house. Wood fences, gates, or arbors? Replace them with ones made of non-combustible materials. Got a chimney? Remove all tree branches within 10 feet. Look at your roof. Is there a valley where dead leaves or twigs can collect? Clean it out. Matter of fact, clear all the dead or dying plants, weeds, and debris from the areas around your home. And the gutters? Make sure they're clear of dead leaves as well. Matter of fact, the downspouts, they are vertical channels for fire to climb up the outside walls of your house. The gutters are channels around almost the entire perimeter of the roof of your house. So make sure they're not made of combustible materials. Metal is best. Otherwise, you could surround your eaves and roof with fire. Keep your gutters clean, so put some sort of guard over the top of them to keep out the foreign stuff. Okay, let's look at the next zone out from the house, within 30 feet. California in particular recently came out of years of drought. Watering was limited. There's lots of dead plants, grass, weeds between trees. That's just fuel for fire. Clear it out. Remove dead or dry leaves and pine needles. Trim trees regularly to keep branches at least 10 feet from other trees. And again, look what's in the yard to see what could catch fire. Patio furniture, wood piles, swing sets. You're looking to create a buffer zone around your home to diminish the chance of fire getting to your house. All right, the next zone, within 100 feet. Keep the grass down to a maximum height of 4 inches. You want a vertical space between grass and trees, so remove the branches from trees within 6 feet of the ground. If there's a shrub or bush growing next to the tree, then remove tree branches within a distance 3 times the height of the shrub or bush. If the shrub is 3 feet tall, then no branches in the bottom 9 feet of the tree. You want a horizontal space around the trees too. The horizontal spacing depends on whether the ground has a slope to it. The steeper the slope of the ground, the greater the spacing. So if you've got a flat or mild slope, less than 20%. Shrubs, 2 times the height of the shrub. Trees, 10 feet. A mild or moderate slope of the ground, 20 to 40%. 4 times the height of the shrub. Trees, 20 feet. Horizontal spacing for a moderate to steep slope greater than 40%. 6 times the height of the shrub. Trees, 30 feet between trees. Keep 10 feet of clearance around exposed wood piles. If you've got an outbuilding or a propane tank, keep 10 feet of clearance to bare mineral soil and no flammable vegetation for an additional 10 feet around the building or tank. Again, you're creating a buffer zone where it is increasingly difficult for a fire to start. A fire needs fuel to burn, so remove the fuel. I started by telling you about a couple of brush fires near me. 3 days later, and the closest fire, just 2 miles away, is only 22% contained. 2,100 acres burnt. Thousands are still evacuated from their home. And if all that sounds crazy, another fire was just reported 3 hours ago north of Los Angeles. Happily, it was put out quickly with just over 300 acres burned. But this is not just a California phenomenon. Here are just a few of the items on the incident table on the wildfire.gov website. The 7 Cabins fire in New Mexico. More than 26,000 acres burned. Southwest Kansas wildfire outbreak in Kansas. Almost 128,000 acres burned. The Road 203 fire in Nebraska. Almost 36,000 acres burned. The Moon Complex fire in Oregon. Almost 20,000 acres burned. Take steps to make sure your house stays safe. I've got a lot more great stuff for you at houseiq.information. If you like what you've seen so far, do me a favor and tap the subscribe button so you don't miss future videos. And click the link to watch some more great stuff right now.